Here I am asked to find sine theta given that cosine of theta is 1/4. And I'm also given the range that theta can be between 270 and 360. So again, I'm not looking for exactly what theta is, I'm just looking for the sine of theta. And to do that, we're going to use the Pythagorean trig identity that tells us that cosine squared of theta plus sine squared theta is equal to 1. Now, I'm given cosine of theta is 1/4. So I'm just going to plug that in. I get 1/4 squared plus sine squared theta equals 1. And now I'm just doing some algebra to solve for sine theta. So I get 1/4 squared, which is 1/16, plus sine squared theta equals 1. Trying to get sine of theta by itself, so I'm going to subtract 1/16 here from both sides to give me sine squared theta equals 15/16. Now to get sine theta by itself, I take the square root of both sides, and don't forget, when I take the square root of both sides, my answer becomes positive or negative. So what I end up getting is sine of theta is positive or negative square root of 15/16. Let's simplify that square root a little bit. I know that that is really the square root of 15 over the square root of 16. I don't want a square root in the denominator, so I end up getting the square root of 15/4. And I'm almost finished. Because I know my answer can be positive or negative, let's look at y really quick. Because if I am looking at the unit circle here, remember it is a circle, and the first information I was given is that cosine of theta, which cosine of theta represents the x values on our unit circle, is equal to 1/4. So the x value is 1/4. Let's say that lands right here. That means that my sine theta, my y value, is going to be one of two things, because it can either be positive up here or it can be negative down here. To figure out which one it is, that's what I'm given this information here for, because it tells me that theta is between 270 degrees and 360, meaning it's between, let's go ahead and put this in blue. So this here tells me it's between 270 degrees and 360 degrees, meaning it lands somewhere in between here. So it's not going to be this, meaning my y value, or sine of theta, has to be negative because it is below the x-axis. So that tells me my final answer here is that sine of theta is equal to negative square root of 15/4, and that gives me my final answer.